Good. Hey, folks, it's Lindsay Huddleston with SPS, Sports Psychology Solutions, back in the building, doing it again, kind of like deja vu with my guy, Coach Dennis DJ Foster. So cool, man. It's like the last time we sat down was right before the shutdown, and you were in that gym getting your guys ready. You just had your senior night, right? And not too long after that, we got that news because next thing I know, they shut down your playoff game, and you were one of the first people that sat down with me with the SPS mental health moment. When we talked for a while, you had a project you were working on in the backyard and all that, and everything. But let's talk about this season, Coach. Welcome back to the season. Tell me what's going on with
you. What's going? We're excited. We're very excited. The kids are hungry. We have very high expectations this year.
Hey, Coach, let me stop you for a second. Your volume is real low. I can't really hear you that well. So I'm wondering if your microphone is on or whatnot.
Yeah, my microphone. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you much better. Okay. You good like that? Yeah, I think you probably. I don't know if your headphones are connected. I think it's probably straight up to the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So tell us what's going on. You were talking about what's been the latest.
Well, the rankings came out. It's just, as expected. We ain't doing nothing yet. We're making a lot of noise in the summer, but we haven't won anything. So that's our focal point right now. We gotta win. So once we get to winning, things will be a little bit different for us. So
yeah,
we ready. We ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're sounding better too. I like that because I know everybody want to hear what you're talking about. Let's talk about these rankings. What rankings were there? We're gonna be politically correct for now. We're gonna be objective, but whose rankings?
It was the D zone rankings. That's the only one that kids. Yeah, the D zone ranking. The kids came out and told me about the D zone ranking, and like I told them, this is whatever you do in the summertime. It's just the summertime. Right. You have to win something during the year. And we've been underdogs forever. So we don't want nothing given to us. We go and take it. So we good.
But Coach, I know you. I know how you get down. I've always been impressed from the moment we met way back at the Woo League to coming over there and checking things out. Mm-hmm. But, it's almost like everything has to be harder for you. It's not that you make it hard, but you seem to always have a harder way to go, man. Is it fair to say that?
It's real fair to say that. I'm used to it. And my thing why I fight so hard is because I really didn't want my kids to go through it. But it's life lessons. You got to learn. And everything, and it's good for my kids because it's teaching them ain't nothing going to be given to you. So you got to work for everything. So, it's cool. It's going to be a great success story, I feel.
Like any great parent. I know. Like any great parent, I know you are. You want to clear a path for your kids. Not make it easy, but you want to make things better, but it seems that you can't get away from that. Do you think that there's a historic a negative connotation with the city of Hamtramck not being a basketball city? Talk about that.
Yeah, well, originally Hamtramck was the Polish community, and now it is transformed into the Yemen community. So it's never been known, which it is, African Americans here, everywhere.
Yeah.
In Hamtramck, but it's never been known for a high basketball sports town. It's always been soccer. It's been soccer, American football. You know what I'm saying? Well, soccer. So I get it and I understand it, and it's just changing the culture. Because I know when I went here, we were big on basketball. We were big here on basketball, but nobody really never knew. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We letting people know now that Hamtramck is a basketball school.
Yeah. Well, when I came and sat down with you, sorry about that. When I came and sat down with you, I was blown away because I was still under the Hushki capital, understanding, Pole Town, those type of things. And it's such a diverse community, so many different languages, ethnicities and whatnot. But here you are right there doing something different. Talk about what it was like this summer. Talk about your summer workouts, getting out here, competing. Tell us that story. And for all of those who may be watching us live, go ahead and leave some comments for Coach DJ Foster. I watch the comments. We can ride with Coach for a while. Your questions, your comments, we're available right now. But let's talk about what your summer was like.
Oh, summer was beautiful. We went out of town, and what I do is I take my team out of town. You know, we go as one, and we played against a lot of top AAU teams this summer, and we beat them. You know, we went to Indiana, we went to Indiana, Atlanta, you know, Chicago. We beat a lot of teams this summer. Then when we came home, you know, we was playing in all the little leagues around, and we popped a lot of guys. You know, we being politically correct, so I'm not gonna name names, but we beat a lot of guys, and it's with the kids. You know, the kids is microwave. Everything gotta be microwave. They want it now. They want it now, and they just don't understand it's a process. And I understand the process, but you know, it's hard. It's hard to tell your kids like, Coach, they ranked above us, and we beat them by 30. Well, you know, we haven't won anything. You know, but the demographic of where we are and the name Hamtramck, people don't understand. Like when people come to the games, they're like, "Oh, I didn't even know this was here." We got one of the best facilities. We had one of the best facilities on the east side of Detroit for years. Over 20 years, we had the best facility, but nobody knew. Nobody knew. So we opening it up, and by us being here, and you know, myself went here, Eli Warren went here, Aaron Brock went here. We had some athletes to come out of here, big name athletes to come out of here, but nobody never knew because it's always Hamtramck.
I mean, go way back to Rudy Tomjanovich. You know, if you're a real basketball historian, so it's been that. You know, right now on the screen it says no love, no respect. You guys are like the Rodney Dangerfields of basketball right now, man. No respect, man. But you have had a great basketball career, collegiate level, professional level. So you know, so try to put your objective hat on. I know you're able to look at things objectively. You say because you haven't won. So you're saying all that smoke y'all was given by everybody over the summer. If you were a writer, if you were, you know, a member of the media, if you had a vote on something, that still wouldn't be enough, you think, to give you guys a different kind of ranking? Because those weren't official games?
To me, it would be. But, you know, I don't – okay, I can't be politically correct on this one. I don't rub elbows with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. And if I'm not doing that, my kids going to determine to play, and they're gonna go out there and play, and they're going to go hard. They're going to give it everything they have. If that's not respected, then I don't know what else to say. We going to come to play.
You're saying
we ain't coming to be friends.
You referring to the ability of coaches to be a little bit more outgoing, reaching out, kind of forcing relationships sometimes. I know you, DJ, so I'm trying to just kind of put it out there. And you say, I just want to play.
I just want to play. I'm not into all that. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. Because at the end of the day, it's not about our personal relationship. It's about kids. I care about the kids. So if you don't like me, you don't like me. But don't, just because you might not like me or you don't like the way I roll or the things that I'm doing and how I'm teaching, don't take it out on the kids. Because one thing for sure, my kids gonna be respectful. They're gonna get good grades, and they're gonna do what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? So don't take it out on them. And that's how I feel a lot of guys are with this programming with me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want it to be about me, but they paid their dues. They paid their dues. They didn't win out. They didn't play guys on their senior nights and got beat by 40 and 50. I can remember when we played Dave DeJulis in the districts, and he went for about 35 in the first half and beat us by 50-some points. Now we was in position to win the district.
And to remind people, he went on the University of Michigan and on to Marquette. You know, he was a big name. He was probably one of the more highly touted players, guards and players in the city at the time. So that was a big game.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know the coaching tree I come from. I come under Juan. You know what I'm saying? I was at Crockett first. So I understand a lot of the stuff that's going on. And people don't know that. They just think I just popped up. But no, I was at Crockett for 5 or 6 years with Juan. And I understand, and I know what I'm supposed to know, and I know what I need to know. Right.
So, you know, you got a game coming up. I'm happy to come over and check you out. The SPS game of the week will be when you guys take on Trillion. If I'm saying the name correctly, it's Trillion, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be February 7th. Okay. Okay, and that's going to be February 17th. Talk about what it's like when your guys come back to you and talk about the rankings and non-rankings, and what do you have to say? I know your relationship with your players is one of the best I've ever seen. You know, you keep it all the way 100 with them. You keep it all the way funky with them. So as you smile when I asked it, so how do you really get a message to them that can be a bigger message, but also be keeping it real, as we say?
I tell them, so bleeping what? Is a ranking going to determine you?
Right.
It's somebody else's thoughts. At the end of the day, whoever you get up in front of and you go on that court and play against, you prove it. That's it.
Right.
Like a ranking is a ranking. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Duke is one of the story programs in the world. State went out there and popped them. They look real shaky right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a ranking is a ranking. You still gotta lace them up, baby. So go take what you want. If you want it, go take it. You got rules on your schedule. You got Orchard Lake on the schedule. Go take it.
Yeah.
Shock
you go
the
see
world.
Rude, you go see Orchard Lake.
You know, shock the world.
Well, there's something to be said about those two programs. And I was just with Stone yesterday, and actually we'll see him tomorrow too for a game of the week. That they didn't duck you guys.
Stone is my guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy for our schools to be rivals like they are. You know what I'm saying? The respect and the knowledge that Stone has. You know, we talk all through the summer, and it's just been a joy to understand and him to teach me things that I didn't know. And one thing he always told me, man, you got to be who you are, man. That's your program. Be who you are. Your program is a reflection of you. So how you let them go out there and be, that's how people gonna perceive you. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, don't worry about nothing. Just play. He was like, you make it your mark. People notice. They don't want to say nothing, but he said, I'll be one to tell you. Y'all good.
Right.
Y'all good. I don't like seeing y'all. And he told me that. He told me that after we played him twice last year. And he told me on the phone this summer, like, yeah, we gonna battle. We gonna battle. I respect that man. I respect Stone. I really do.
Oh yeah, you gotta love Stone. Kevin Marshall's the coach up at Bridgeport, the Bridgeport Bearcats represent. He said, "Facts, man. Rankings are very underrated." You know, and he's had a story program as well. But it's kind of
we were supposed to play them this year.
Really?
We were supposed to play them. Yup. Until the COVID, but we was going up there to play them.
Going up there to make it happen. So shout out to Wu Payne, James Payne, saying, my guys, that's right. He was the plug, you know, got us together. And Kevin Marshall was saying the same thing. So talk about, man, getting back into the groove of basketball. Because as much as we wanted basketball and we wanted it, what is it like kind of getting guys to get back into the basketball mindset?
Well, to me, it's basically the basketball is going to take care of itself. You know what I'm saying? It's the mental part of it now. You know what I'm saying? Having to remind the kids that you are a student athlete. That's one. You have to go to class. You got to log in. You got to do this. You got to do that. Okay, so that part of it, but the mental makeup of everything is very, 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 very important. So I focus more so on the mental health, because they gonna hoop regardless. If they hooping with us, they gonna go hoop somewhere. They gonna find the ball in the hoop. But their mental part of the game and life is more important to me, and that's what I've been doing to even the playing field.
Right, I get it, man. I get it. Well, as you get ready to lace up your next game, are you guys lace up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we playing Catholic Central tomorrow.
CC, shout out to Chaz, a young man over there, Chris Lula's son, Chaz. That's a program that has always competed. They've always had resources around. So what is it like taking you? Are they coming to see you? You guys going to visit?
We come now. They coming to see us. We went
out there last year.
Yeah, they coming to the crib. So we're gonna talk to them tomorrow.
Are you gonna talk to? So you guys played them last year too?
Yeah, we played them.
What was the outcome last year?
We won. We ended up winning by 1, but they play hard. They very disciplined. They play hard. They can shoot that ball. But,
right.
You know.
Right. Talking about staying mentally focused. Coach Marshall said his team is in yoga class right now, keeping their mind focused and balanced. Mm-hmm. You know. So I know how you operate, and many times the players are an extension of their coach and personality. So has this ranking snub put a chip on your guy's shoulder?
I'm gonna make sure they got a chip. So yeah,
make sure.
It feeds the beast. You know what I'm saying? But like I told him, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it funky and I'm gonna keep it 100 with it. Y'all ain't beat nobody. Y'all ain't done nothing. So why would you expect something if you ain't done nothing?
Right,
If we came in ranked number one, or 15 or 25 or whatever like that, then you would get complacent, and then I'll really be on your ass. So we don't want that.
Right. They don't want the problems.
You know what I'm saying? So we where we supposed to be. I think personally, I think it's a little, but because I'm thinking more so of my emotions and my relationship with my kids, and I know what they've been doing, but you know, being from the city, being where we come from and how we've been taught and growing up, this is nothing new. Like I told them, this is what we've been doing, going through all our lives. Why you think it'll change now?
Right. You know, is there sometimes an advantage to being unranked, underrated, you know, or not even ranked at all? Though it may not be cool because everybody looking like, D, what's up, man? Y'all supposed to be getting in. Why y'all not getting ranked? I know you was getting phone calls, but what's the advantageous part of this?
Oh my. Well, I know for sure. Like I got a call from the Detroit News and the Free Press, and we supposed to have a nice little ranking with them. But it's mainly with these kids in the certain media outlets that they pay attention to. You know, like Afterzone, D-Zone, those kind of like we've never been featured on Afterzone in the past 2 years.
Really? You went mute. Okay, we lost it for a second. We should get back. Go ahead. You're still muted. There you go. Yep.
So
wait a minute. You've never been ranked on them in the last 2 seasons.
2 seasons. We've never been on Afterzone. Never.
What you do to them people over there, DJ? What you do to them, man?
I don't know. But we've never been on Afterzone. We D-Zone did something on Ja last year when we was in the Christmas tournament when we beat undefeated Loyola in that Christmas tournament. We thought we was gonna take off from that. They was undefeated. They was ranked above us. We ended the season, I think, ranked number 1 or 2 on the East Side, and I won Coach of the Year. Nobody.
That's major.
We lost 3 seniors, but we went 15 deep, and my juniors and sophomores was my leading players.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: you made reference to the different media outlets and their rankings. I guess SPS got to put together a ranking too. You know, we got to talk about that. You know,
I was going to talk to you off air about that. We need.
Let me ask you this: What would your criteria? If I had you on a committee, and let's say you were on a committee and it was a few people, and let's just say we go do something like that, and when it came down to your voting, you had to recuse yourself. But what would your criteria be?
Your summer, your returning players who you got coming in, coming back, and you know if it's known who's going to your school, who's coming in, your record from last year. You know, those things are vital. And then the eye test. I will come see you. That will be the most important thing. We will come see you and give you an eye test.
Oh, so you saying these guys are making rankings sight unseen? They're not in the gym. They're not spending time. They're not holding up with you. They're not popping in and like, what's up? Because let me tell you what I was going to add that will make it unique to SPS. It will be a mental toughness test. You know, how you responding to things, your body language, all these type of things. So maybe that's something we have to look at in this time we have.
Yeah, because we have to make it more geared to what, because anybody can put a highlight out, but until you really get down in the nitty gritty, when it's 2 minutes to go and see how a player perform and act when the coach get down his throat, you got to shoot free. That's the true character of the player. So excuse me, that's how I feel things should go when you're doing these rankings of players and these rankings of teams, because you got teams that look good on paper, but never can get to the dance. Like you start off 1 and end up 28, 30, 50. Never getting there.
Coach Kevin Marshall saying the same thing. They say they never see us, bro. They never come holler at us.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then I think with his program, I don't think they lost 3 games in the last 5-6 years.
They give it to him all the time.
So, and I'm like, and they're always in the state run, making state runs. How are they not there? Anybody just can't do that.
Right.
I don't care. He's developing. He's doing what he got to do out there. How is he not in the top echelon of things? But you will hear a kid that was played for this school, then he go to this school, and then that kid name is always ringing bells. But then when the kid get outplayed, you don't hear nothing about it from a lower name school, get outplayed and locked up, but you don't hear about it. But when he go for 30 against Bubba High School, he the man.
Oh, they're blowing it up. Well, you know are we dealing with the traditional print media type outlook towards a time when they couldn't get around? I'm not making excuses. I'm just trying to paint a picture where they wasn't moving around. They go off word of mouth. I mean, I've been places. I've been at a USA basketball camp, and I've seen these guys, and I've seen Seth Greenberg text come across. You say, well, who does he play like? So they're getting stuff through people. And if this guy not really feeling you, he ain't going to big up your program.
Exactly, and that's how it would be.
And then quickly, I want to say with this, with you and I, for me, I come to the gym. I'm going to come in a couple days. I'm like, Coach, what's up with your man right here? What's his story? Or I saw that. And so it's like getting into it. He's like, oh, he's about this, he's about that, but watch out for this. So it saddens my heart to know that it's not that kind of interaction. It's just like you open up the paper and somebody you never met and gave you a ranking or not ranking.
Man, it's so much ill stuff. Like this, we need to do an off the record. I mean, a non-political conversation.
Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean when you say that?
I'm not holding back on nothing. I'm gonna tell you how it really is in this city. Because if you really look at it, and people hate when I say this some of my guys be like, no, DJ, you can't do that. You can't say that. We are the worst state of basketball. In all the states, we are the worst state to produce athletes out of here. We have no pros no more. Everybody want to hold their kids back. They think that's the case. So when they get 17, they 17. It's cats right now that's 17 in the 10th grade, about to be 18. You can't play your senior year.
Not because of their academic issues, but it was just setting it up so they can be able to hold back and do that.
Yeah, and it's a few people that know that probably if they hear this, they're gonna be like, DJ, here go DJ, he about to go. But they agree with it. How I just don't see how you can big up yourself or a kid that's being held back just to be in a certain class of ranking to get over when you 17 playing against true 14 and 15-year-olds. And then they rank these kids so high, and it's like, and then it's discouraging the kids that's working hard to get there. Like, Coach, I can't compete with them. And he 18, 17, grown.
So he drove here. He drove here.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me be devil's advocate. What if somebody argues, DJ, that's a formula for college admittance, college acceptance by doing all those things and whatever that can help you kind of get to the next level?
Richard, go to junior college.
You shut that down real quick.
Richard, I redshirted.
Yeah.
So if you feel like so when I say that about the talent coming out of Michigan, we've been on the low end for the past like 10, 15 years. So
absolutely.
So if people don't believe me, this is what I did with my kids and my parents, so they can understand where I'm coming from, why I'm so hard on my kids. And you might not get a D1 scholarship coming out of here. So you got to have a plan B. You have to find your niche in something. But Go to, and I'm gonna tell everybody to do this, and I want people to do this. Go to Ohio, go to DC, go to Chicago, go to Arizona, go to California. Look at top recruits coming out for this year from 2021 seniors coming out and where they signed. Go all the way down to do 2 or 3 schools. I mean, two or three states, and then go do Michigan. You're gonna be like, what? For real?
Wow.
It's gonna depress you, and it's depressing because we baby our athletes so much here that when it's time to go, it ain't there for them. And I'm just talking about the city because the kid that just went to Oregon, he a dog, but he came out of bleacher.
Yeah, Jalen Terry.
Yeah. He a dog though. He ain't come from this area. He came from Flint. A dog. All our dogs.
Like a little Allen Iverson like.
All our dogs that's coming out of Michigan right now are not coming out of Detroit. The last dog we had was, I think K. Fielder.
Yeah. What about Josh?
Dog. But he came before K.
Yeah.
Didn't he? You know what I'm saying? But Josh left.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So in order for Josh to do what he had to do, he had to get up out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, what about the argument that the reason why we haven't seen another Josh or another K because the talent's not there? Devil's advocate.
The talent is here, but you have certain you had a gatekeepers only focusing on certain people. That's just it.
And those are the people they funnel all the information through. But you know what? Again, I'm being objective. We're used to what we're used to. We like to turn on ESPN, and we're used to that. We like to look at a certain news publication. We're used to that. And we figure once it makes it there, because people be telling me, oh, man, one day you might get on TV. I'm like, I don't got to get on TV. I'm direct. I'm the plug. I'm direct to the consumer. I don't need TV. But you feel what I'm saying?
Don't understand. Like, I told my kids, like, they're so big on making it on Amazon. And I'm not knocking that platform. I'm not knocking none of that. I said, so, okay, you make it. Then what? What's after that? All right, now you pack it up. Like, you setting your goals
like
minimum.
That's their championship.
Yeah, like, nah, we not doing that. But why make it to something when you can make your own? You got your own channel. Get people to come watch you. Do something, but somebody gonna come watch you.
Right.
Like, nobody's doing what we're doing. Like I told the guy from Detroit News, name me one team in the last 15, 20 years that you've seen that went 15 deep.
I mean, and on top of that, do these guys even come to the games? Like, are they embedded? I don't know. Maybe it's my sports psychology hat I'm wearing. Well, I just want to be there. I just want to be there quietly. And then they say, what are you looking for? I say, I know when I see it.
Well, the Detroit News, he came, he seen it, and he was impressed. Because it's waves of stuff. And then it's just like, this is what I am bred in these kids. I didn't have these kids forever, you know? And they're interchangeable, but it's the brotherhood. And it's never going to go nowhere. Chemistry beat talent any day.
Yeah. And you got it. Like I said, my mind was blown even to your lower program, your junior varsity program, and the cohesiveness and how your coaches was all on. It's kind of like what I call you guys this hidden secret. You were this hidden jewel. I didn't even know I was in the heart of the city once I came inside your program, but how y'all ran it and how the facilities look. And shout out to your AD Brian as well. You know, keeping it together. Brian Anderson keeping it together. You know.
Yeah, and it's like our support system here, the administration here. It's wonderful. They back everything we do 110%. As long as these kids go to class and get good grades, keep that team GPA at 3.4, we can get it. We can do and get anything.
Team GPA at 3.4.
Yeah, I can't deal with you. Okay, get in school. It's a 2.5. Cool. What can I do for you with a 2.5? That's mediocre to me. You just doing enough to get by.
And if anything happens, you fall below that. I mean, the slightest thing below that.
You don't. So with me, when you come in as a freshman and sophomore, you got to have a 3.0 to play. As a junior and senior, you got to have a 3.4, 3.5. I want 3.5, but I'll give it 3.4.
Now look. Hold on for a second. Hold on. I'm just going back to my days at Henry Ford High School, and yeah, I was an honor student, and I'm not touting myself. But if you say 3.0 to a student athlete, DJ, their eyes gonna get as big as this screen because they're saying, and what do they always say? Well, you only need a 2.0.
2.5, yeah.
2.5.
Yeah, and I said if you mediocre in the classroom, you mediocre on the floor. So take that mediocrity somewhere else. I don't want it. I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna push you on the floor and off the floor. If
What
I
about
can't push you like that?
On that same point, what about the kids who have gone so long where they've had so much self-doubt and low self-esteem, but you get a kid that's so broken that he can't even believe that he can achieve that?
Nah, I can't. Like, I was that kid. If I can turn around coming from the slums of Van Dyke and Harbor, anybody can do it. But it's the sense of trust and love and accountability. I'm gonna do whatever I can for you. We can sit up all night. You can come to my house. We're gonna sit up and we're gonna get this work done.
Yeah.
We gonna get it done. But you have to trust me. I'm not gonna put you through anything that you can't do that I don't feel like you can do. And whatever resources you need, I'm gonna make sure you have it. Food, sneakers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You need help, whatever. We got you. All we want you to do is go to class.
Show up. Yeah.
You show up and put a little effort to it. This community here is gonna make sure you have whatever you need. And it's like they open the doors to things that I didn't even know was possible. You know what I'm saying? They have funds to help support families in need. All right, the kid don't have no sneakers, they don't have no food. Or we get free food out in the kitchen. They can come every day and get meals. Or we'll back groceries for their home. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's no excuse. We're not gonna give you an excuse to fail. So what I looked at and what I realized in a couple years dealing with you, based on the guy you are and the things you've done with your own non-profit as well, and the experience you've had, the things you've overcome, they messed around and gave the wrong person access to resources because of who you are, matched with the enormous amount of resources that you have. Great things can happen. This is what I tell my kids: if you want something, ask for it. What can a person tell you but no? The worst thing they can say to you is no. All right, cool. I'll ask somebody else. And that's how I hey, can we get the gym, or can we use this for dinner? Can y'all buy us, can y'all make lunch? Like, okay, we have a new chef named Mo that just came to our school. Before every game, can you make us food? Coach, you asking that? Yeah, why not? That's what he do. I don't want his money. I want his service. Can you provide that service? Sure. Cool. Thank you. I'm not buying something, nothing. If it's for these kids, I'm asking.
Right.
When I met you, can you come back? What you need? Cause I need you to come talk to my kids. You said,
well, let me give you this though, man. You know, the flip side of it is, and maybe I'm conditioned too. A lot of times the brothers are not providing the resource that's needed to get it done. Because it ain't that somebody don't want to do it. It's like, well, dude, you know, I'm a businessman. I'm a professional too. But you seek out those resources. And it's not about you getting by, getting over, and whatnot. That's just my opinion on it.
Okay, so when we ask somebody for service, all right, when we come over here, we in the gym, we might be, you know what I'm saying, the gym closed down, the building closed down around 8:30, 8 o'clock, right? We want to stay to 9 to get extra shots up. Janitors got to clean. We're clean. We don't want no handouts. When he fix us food, oh, we're going to come over there and wash them dishes. You're going to give us free food. You're going to cook food for us. We're going to wash the dishes. We're going to help your workers clean this cafeteria. No problem. We help shovel the snow and then up our block. Our school is on a block. So it's houses across the street.
Yep, residential area.
Yeah, we shovel all that. Everybody go get a house. Boom, 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 all the way down the line.
So the culture that the kids don't challenge that pushback. You got the kids moving like Marines getting it done.
We get it done. Because when people see us, I want them to say, them some good kids, and they for their community. So when it's time for us to need or want something, there's no pushback. You got to give to receive. But
right.
These are things that's missing in our culture, and it's missing with our youth. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a handout. No, everything is not a handout. We're going to work for everything we want.
And I would imagine that the recipients of the service that you provided, when you tell a chef, oh, we go get the dishes, or you tell a janitor, we got you, and they like, oh, so they more than happy to go above and beyond.
Go ahead. We like, and then I'm teaching these kids how to be responsible, and I'm holding them accountable. Like over here in our gym, I had the kids mop the floor. Coach, I ain't never mopped the floor before. Well, you about to learn today. I don't even mop at home, Coach. Well, you're mopping here. I ain't never washed no dishes. My mama, I don't care. We about to teach you today. Because now that you can carry it out, because when you go to school, you might have to get a janitorial job. Anything might happen.
I mean, and what you've done is you've equipped them to say, well, Coach showed me this, or I can do this. So now you put yourself in a different category. Coach, man, with me and you, man, we can go on and on. Yeah. And that's great. And this is going to be good for everybody. But I just want to say, man, I'm always kind of like in awe when I talk to you. And that's not the case with a lot of people, because you can be so unassuming because, I know what I wanted to say. The one thing you were saying about your program and what you did is you remove one word. You removed ego. Because everything you talk about doing could not happen if there was ego. I mean, I'm the head coach. Or this is the basketball team. We ain't doing that. So the ego part is removed, which allows you guys to find some success. Can you talk about that a little bit before we wrap up?
Okay, so with me is I can't be productive if all of us are not productive. You feel what I'm saying? So if I want to jump on my high horse, this ship gonna fall real quickly. And that you can see that through the test of time. Everybody has a lane. I have guys on my staff, and I bring guys in to do something that I can't do. You know what I'm saying? So he might be able to relate to a kid better than me. So you go ahead and take care of that. You might be better at this than I am. You take care of that. And it's just a family. We sit down, we kick it. What's best for the kids? If you keep it about the kids, you can't fail. You can't. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than every adult on the staff. It's about these kids. And we keep it about the kids. And that's it. If you keeping it about them and you genuine about it, good things are going to happen. Our program didn't win a game for about 20 years before I got here. We was on like a 20-year losing streak.
What? No games in 20 years? Well, that's why people was being the way they were being.
Yeah. Once Eli Warren went to UAD, and Aaron Brock, he went up to Grand Rapids to play football. Once they left, I don't think we won a game in 20 years.
Wow.
When I came back, they was like, man, Hamtramck was a laughing stock of the city, blah, 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 blah. Like when people seen us, they laughed when I first got here. They laughed like, what? All we had was a nice gym. That's it.
You got a nice gym, though.
Yeah, they got a nice gym. But that's it. We were the epitome of senior night team.
We want
Everybody wanted us on senior night. Beat them by 40 on 50 on senior night. So I understand why the name is dirt or whatever. I understand, but it's certain people that know. That's why I be like, hold on, man. This can't be real, man.
Yeah.
This can't be real.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. I'm here with Coach Dennis Foster, DJ, affectionately known and loved by his. We're going to be over here February 17th for the SPS Game of the Week, man. And I'm just looking forward to promoting what you have going on and watching things change. And we'll talk about them rankings. We'll talk about them other things, too. But anything else you want to have just to sign off to the folks before we get this last message out?
Yeah, they can. You know what I'm saying? If people really want to know what I'm about, you can check us out on YouTube, on CTM Basketball on YouTube. And whoever wants to be a part, you know what I'm saying, we bringing guys in daily. You know, anybody want to help out or anybody want to just come check us out, just hit my inbox. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come to a game, see what we're about, hit my inbox. I'll get you together. And come on in, treat you like royalty. Sit you on the line.
You be real hospitable with them, huh? That's a good look. But listen, man, we'll wrap up. And, you and I are going to talk some more, but I'll be there to see you, and I can't wait to promote all the great things you're doing, man. I just appreciate that. So tell your guys to keep it going, and we'll talk to you really soon, okay?
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right, always a pleasure having you. Thanks for being here. Lindsay Ellis on SPS. We're out. See you soon for the SPS Game of the Week.